Hi guys, welcome. So today I'm going to show you how to make a baked mac and cheese. I say baked in quotation marks because I actually only make it on the stove top, but I do something to get that baked effect because I don't like baking my mac and cheese because it gets dry. So what you're going to need to make it, you're going to need milk and you're gonna need Velveeta cheese. This is what makes it, you know, that the cheese that comes in the block. You're gonna need flour, butter, and then for the topping, you're gonna need breadcrumbs, you're gonna need garlic powder, and butter. And then I have here some cooked elbow pasta, but you can use other kinds of pasta, like corkscrew is really good for mac and cheese too. So what we're gonna do now is just work on the sauce. So we're gonna start with the cheese sauce, and what we have to do in order to do that is we have to make a bechamel sauce or a white sauce. You can call it either or, and you start that with a roux, which is butter and flour or another kind of fat and flour, but today I'm gonna use butter. So what you do is you add your butter in there, and I'm working with a big pot because I'm gonna just, once the sauce is done, I'm gonna actually add the elbows right in here. So you want to let your butter melt pretty much completely. Once the butter is melted, go ahead and add the flour, and then you kind of want to whisk as you add it. So this is what you want. You want no lumps in there. So you just whisk as you throw that flour in there, and this is what it looks like. It looks like a paste. So basically you just want to let that cook for like 30 seconds. It basically just dissolves the flour. Once your roux is looking like that, you go ahead and add the milk, and again, just whisk. So now that all the milk is in there, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the temperature up to medium and just whisk it every couple of seconds. And once this boils, that's when it's gonna actually thicken up. So it's been a few minutes now and our sauce is completely thickened. Basically a good way to tell is when it can coat the back of the spoon. It's a pretty good indicator that it's ready, so you can run your finger through there and it doesn't come back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the cheese now. And this is gonna take a few minutes to melt because this is so thick, so just keep stirring it. You don't wanna scorch the sauce with, you know, on the bottom of the pot. So I have it on low heat right now. Let this happen slowly. And then I'm also gonna add later on some mozzarella cheese, which I forgot to mention. And this is solely for like that stringiness factor that looks so good. So I'm gonna let this melt now. So the Velveeta is completely melted. I tasted it. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And then we're gonna add the mozzarella cheese. And I have the flame turned off already because I don't want the sauce to burn. The residual heat in here is going to be enough to melt the mozzarella. So I'm going to stir that in. It's looking good. Now I'm going to just add the pasta to it. Pasta's in. Now just gently fold everything inside of here. And you can definitely add some pepper to this, black pepper, and taste it for seasoning because as you can tell, I didn't add much salt because Velveeta cheese is so salty. And when I cooked my pasta, I did add a little bit of salt to the cooking water. So just mix it all together. You see how good that looks? Yummy! So now we're ready for the final step, which is the crunchy topping, which makes it seem like it's baked. So what I do is I take the breadcrumbs with the butter in a saute pan and I toast it so that you get that effect. Meanwhile, your mac and cheese doesn't get dry. So what you do is just add a little bit of butter to your pan, let it melt. So now that the butter is melted, add the breadcrumbs, and these are seasoned breadcrumbs, like Italian breadcrumbs. Add those in there and the garlic powder. Mix that all together. So when the edges start turning brown like that, you know that you're getting there. Just keep stirring it so that it browns as evenly as possible. So now all we have to do is plate it up. We'll get it in there. I just wanted to zoom you guys in so that you can see the texture. Now all you have to do is top it with the breadcrumbs. And this is perfect to transport, to take to somebody's house. And obviously, if it gets cold, go ahead and throw it in the oven to bring it back to temperature. So this is it, guys. This is the final result. Everybody that's gonna have this at your Thanksgiving table is gonna love it. Trust me. I've made it a couple Thanksgivings in a row. It's like the best of both worlds, like a stovetop mac and cheese with a baked mac and cheese together. It's so good. Go ahead and make all the breadcrumbs. That way, as you eat it, you just add more breadcrumbs to it. The recipe for this with the measurements and the instructions will be on my website, eatingitupblog.com. I'll go ahead and have that linked down below. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.